there's going to be a part 2 to this now. Just to make sure. You know the most fricked up thing about having hand sewing be the first thing that I learned? I had to unlearn all sorts of stuff. Because I self-taught myself how to hand sew. I had to unlearn so much crap that so many people just assumed that I already knew better then. And I was just like, I just didn't say anything. I just took the lesson for what it was. I didn't argue about it. I knew that I had taught myself and that freaking heck, my fingers are in the way. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pause this and get this further up because this is driving me nuts. And I need to get this closer together so that I can show you, because every time I try, it's going below the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this. This isn't going to have 2 parts because if I do this right, you won't need my other attempts at this. I have attempted this so many times to show you. This pillow is going to have a flaw in it because of it. Probably something you wouldn't notice unless you sewed. Okay, now let's try not to make a dumpster fire this Yally's Gathers. This is because I am rushing it. Do not rush. Stick with small stitches. Okay, let me see if I can... You want to go inside. Take a little bit of one side. Now go over here to the other side. You want to get it on the inside. See? Nothing on the outside, all on the inside. This is an inside stitch. Just a second. Yeah. I asked Jean to get me the pillow stuff, and to be fair, I'm also planning on making like a bunch of other stuff, so stuff is expensive. But let there be light. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I don't have enough material to remake this pillow, so I have to make this work. Because this is the last of this material now. This stuff down here is because I end up using this instead of a real sewing machine. This sewing machine is actually made for children, and you cannot backstitch. So they aren't locked in, so this is where it's kind of tugged. Okay. I've got some gathers over here on this corner. Because I keep on trying to sew this from odd angles. Okay. So we go in to where our seam is. Okay, first of all, this. Keep this under. Keep it tucked. I'm going to do this one side at a time because it is easier to show doing that. I'm gonna go over here to this other side. See this right here? Those little spots where you can see my stitches? That's because I didn't go under. See where I just did? You don't see those stitches because I kept this under. You want your trail of... Did I accidentally? Okay. No, I didn't. This is the basics of an inside stitch. And I've finally gotten the hang of the angle. This looks like a hot mess. Hopefully she still likes it. Maybe I'll still have to do something with this corner. To try and make up for it or something. Let's see. No, Tim and Jen just got their own place. So we've been renting together for some years now. So our favorite color is purple. They got a purple couch. It's supposed to be a purple pillow to go with their newfound purple abode. Ah, I almost made the mistake. No! I sewed from up. No, I made a mistake. But I'm not going to undo it. Going to do. Okay, it helps if you also bring your needle from under. I am right-handed, so this is awkward as heck. Let me try not to stab myself. I'm still making like buku mistakes trying to do this from an odd angle. Usually I wouldn't even have to hold this thread down. Because after you do this enough, you just sort of already sew from a position that puts everything where it needs to be. It just happens with time. See that? Just don't make the mistakes I'm making right now. I have all the faith in the world that you won't, though, because you're not trying to do this from an odd angle. You basically have the freedom to do it from any angle. Okay. Let's see. screwed up because I'm not looking at it again. See these stitches creeping up on me? Let me bury these. Now I am most definitely going to have a gather over here. This corner is going to look weird. I will figure out something. But I cannot have these stitches be visible. Maybe I will stitch something onto the corner or something. I'm still coming from above because... Let me try this with my left hand. Just keep in mind that I am right-handed. And, just to keep this in view, I'm gonna end up switching hands every stitch. Feels like I have been doing this for hours, but I've only been doing it and trying to get it visible on camera for less than that. Now on this, you won't run into this on your daughter's dress. With that slight pucker in that seam on the sleeve. But I'm running it into it here with the pillow. See, we're reaching the point where the stuffing wants to poof out my stuff. Sorry. I started getting into it without thinking about it. Let's see. This is actually where things get easier. Because my two sides here are coming together. Well, it gets easier and harder at the same time. It gets harder to show it. So I'm gonna pause this. Now, I'm probably going to go back over this, but it's done. As you can see, this area I was doing while not dealing with this is a lot neater. It doesn't have these gathers. This does, but that's because I was trying to reconcile two different, yeah, it doesn't look great as opposed to this. I'm still going to have to go back over it, fix it, see what I can do to kind of help it out or cover it up. So I'm either going to have to redo this or cover it up. But first, I'm going to throw it in the dryer and see how it kind of poofs up. You know, after I fluff it. It's a freaking pillow. It's not supposed to look perfectly flat. And if I can get away with it, I don't think I'm going to do anything with that. No, I'm still going to cover it because it's going to bug me, even if nobody else notices. So, I'm going to upload this, and hopefully it'll help you. And if nothing else, you can laugh at my attempts to do this in a way that you can actually see.